Where's Bree? Bree, I'm sorry, you're the only girl senior up there with them. So, the programs that we have literally been built on these young lady and gentlemen's backs. From the time I've got here and even before, I've seen them kind of step into different roles, whether it be from watching them grow from kind of immature, I don't even know what the correct word is in my classroom sometimes, to where they've gone. But Bree, you and your family stepped in my first year here, having really never played anything other than just wanting to play for fun. And I watched this young lady go from being a bench warmer, struggling to do basics in volleyball, to putting in this extra effort and extra work that at the time I hadn't seen a lot of kids do. And it would be practice was at 5:30, but they were on the playground at 4 hitting volleyballs for an hour and a half before practice. And then your sister convinced you to run cross country, and you kept it up. But the determination that it takes to do one sport on top of schoolwork, yet alone 2 sports, homework, and a job, and still being positive, you inspire us. Bree, thank you. And when I say I don't know what to call him, if you would have only seen him sometimes in classes when I was my first year in nutrition, I was like, I don't know what to do to give this kid more work to keep him busy, because I don't know whether he's bored or whether he thinks he's 5. And then you get to the first year of track, and I catch him hiding in a tire. And he swears he was just taking a break. And I'm like, okay. But now we've got to a point where, as a senior, I still see you do dumb things. He still does dumb things every once in a while. But the growth, the fact that when he needs to be a leader, he steps up. He's there for his teammates, he's there for his friends, he's there for his brother. He's willing to have tough conversations, even when sometimes the answer may scare him. But, like I said, the growth I have seen from you is phenomenal. The effort that I've seen playing sports every single semester, doing jobs, then coming to cross-country practice on like fall break and everything else, it's definitely impressive, and please keep it up, and the rest of this year will be great. David, I'm going to be honest, I know you hate running. It's your mom's fault. It's okay to nod your head. But for someone who tells me I really don't want to be here, I'd rather play video games sometimes, where I've seen you grow is one, you talk a little bit more, you a little bit more communicative with your friends, but you take that next step where I can see you don't want to do it anymore sometimes, and you keep going, you keep fighting. And that's the biggest thing in life, is things are going to be thrown at you once you leave high school. You have to keep fighting. Not everything's going to be easy. Thank you, David. Ryan. I'll move it back to Ryan. Dallin, same thing. From being the kid that was hiding in the tire with Steven to joining the cross-country team, helping try to recruit kids to run, to working a job while going to school, while trying to figure just life out. You're this positive kind of energy that a lot of people need in their life. Whether it be having to run a 400-meter dash, finding out the timer messed up and having to run it again, or being being able to find kind of that next year and that next positivity and kind of helping lead your team on days and missions when you need to, because I know you weren't going to run cross country this year, but we were so glad you did. Thank you, Dallas. Michael, the Coleman family I just love to begin with because Mama Coleman adopted me when I first got here. Told me I was either her seventh child or long lost. I'm still not quite sure where I am. But you've always been this carefree, loving kid. Don't ever lose it. Even when things are thrown at you and it's hard and we have tough seasons or things don't necessarily go our way, because this is a kid who 1 year tells me, my shin's kind of hurting. When did it start? A year ago. Why am I only finding out today? And we've already done 2 seasons since then. Well, I didn't want you to worry. It's okay to let other people worry. It's okay to let other people kind of help carry that burden with you and help you when you can. But this is the same kid who we were about to go to state and they sent us down the hallway and they said, get the lower school to want to be you. That way when they're your age, they want to be you. And he comes down the hall and does a backflip. Or we were in cross country meets and he runs past the finish line, runs to the 10, does a backflip. That's the energy that you're going to need in life. You carry that with you, you will be successful everywhere you go. Thank you, Michael. Gavin, from the time I've met you till now, you've always stepped up into that role. Everywhere I've ever been, I can honestly say, I have never had a kid be a captain of a team, starting in 9th grade, and be a captain in every single sport that I've seen him do every single season. The leadership that you've taken from when cross-country trained, literally just running through town, to one of the first days I met him, we had a middle schooler who made the wrong turn. I was panicking. I'd only been here for like 3 weeks, and I've already lost a kid. And I'm just like, okay, where is he? Gavin stops doing what he's doing, goes, I'll go get him. Turns, runs all the way back into town. Comes back with him. But the same kid who track practices comes up with creative ways where we need somebody to step up, does research, and literally goes, this is a broken idea. I'm going to tie him to us, and he has no choice to run as fast as we do. When he's too tired and we think he's going to fall one time, we'll find somebody else. But sometimes that's the leadership you need, is coming up with these creative solutions to be able to take your team to that next level. Gavin, I applaud everything that you've done through injury and being able to help your teammates. Thank you, Gavin. Ryan's last, and his dad was back here shaking his head, and I think he understands why, because sometimes we have no idea what to do with Ryan. From joining cross country last year and running track, and he sets really big dreams, which is great. But then sometimes I think we forget there's stress of being a senior and having to pick college and write essays and trying to do scholarships. So then sometimes they get so stressed out that it takes them a minute, and Ryan, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes you start to feel lost. Like, where am I at? Who am I? Am I an athlete? Am I this? And like we were talking the other day, he's like, it's weird to feel like you're a senior because it doesn't really feel like you're in high school. It feels like you're kind of in this like mid-tier where I should be out of high school, but I'm still here. But the things I've seen you kind of overcome this year, whether it be mental blocks, whether it be stress, He stepped up when we needed him to, and it's kind of, that's the Ryan that I've got to know over the past 3 years. Is he's this just giant goofball 90% of the time, but when you need him, he's going to step up. And sometimes we all need a friend like that. We all need a teammate like that that's going to make you laugh. Sometimes you want to shake him, but when you need him, he's there. Thank you, Ryan.